All right, so tomorrow morning, right at the crack of dawn, I'm going to be chasing one of the most underrated and one of the weirdest looking fish you can find in Rhode Island, and that is the blackfish, also known as tautog.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
These fish can actually be pretty challenging to catch. They really only hang out where there's some kind of structure, so a lot of rocks or shipwreck or something like that. So that already leads to the issue of getting stuck. And honestly, pound for pound, these are some of the hardest fighting fish you're going to find in Rhode Island. And the second you set the hook on them, their first instinct is going to be to dart right back under the rocks, which will inevitably just get you stuck. So once you hook them, you got to horse those things up. And on top of all of that, they have really thick lips, so that makes it even harder to drive a hook through them. But once you finally get these fish to the surface, you are in for a treat. This is some of the best tasting fish you can find in Rhode Island. So once you factor all these things together, this makes for one pretty unique fish to target. So I'm going to be kayak fishing an area that typically has some pretty strong currents and can be kind of difficult to navigate sometimes. But tomorrow morning is calling for virtually no winds and flat seas, so it should be a pretty easy and enjoyable trip. Alright, I'm fishing this Jurassic Park looking island. Ooh, there's some nice structure right there. In hopes of some tog, or really anything else that's down there. Probably tog though, realistically. And these birds, this is a huge nesting ground, it looks like, for cormorants and seagulls. There's like 10 nests in every tree. It's pretty wild. These cormorants make some scary dinosaur noises, dude. It's like, oh. These birds do not want me here right now. If only you could smell and hear what I'm hearing right now. These cormorants sound like dinosaurs in their nest. They're probably not happy I'm this close. Okay, this is looking promising. Oh yeah. Where? Right there? Yeah. It's probably pretty rocky right there. Yeah, I'm seeing some good structure on here. Looks like the cormorants are diving around here too. Want to go steal that guy's lobsters? I'm pretty sure in some states you can get shot doing that. Oh, I'm getting hit. Hit? Yeah. That definitely was. Yeah, it's definitely a hit. Come on, do that again. Just got whacked. Come on. Ah. Oh. No, I'm getting whacked. Yeah. Yeah. And 9 feet. Dude, I know. It sounds like a fucking dinosaur. Jesus. I've only gotten hits in shallow water, but doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah, I've gotten a couple decent whacks. It's just far and few between. All right, so that island, Gould Island, but what I call Jurassic Park, was a bit of a fail. I didn't realize there was a really strong current ripping there, and we didn't bring anchors, so we were getting hits, but we had a hard time staying on the fish, so we couldn't really land any. But there's a sign of life there. I'll definitely try that spot again. But since it's so calm, I'm just gonna hang out by these bridge pilings and go for some more tog. This is like virtually no wind or current, so I should be able to hold these pretty easily, sans an anchor. So let's see. I'm at about 13 feet right now. Might be a little deeper by this one. Start here. Perfecto. I have arrived. See if there ain't some nice tog hanging out down here. Looks like there's some bait down there. Get rid of the top shell. Expose the meat. Bit of a current, but not terrible. It's full moon tonight. I believe the flower moon, so hopefully that will get some more activity stirring. It's definitely, you look up, it is a little unnerving just hearing all the cars rattle the bridge, but statistically I should be fine. Who wants crab? You are? There you go, baby. Am I filming? I hope I'm filming. There you go. He's a thick boy. Stole my spot, dude. Let me see that bad boy. Yeah, that's a chunky looking tog, man. Holy crap. That is a belly on her. Dude, let's get a 10-pounder out of here. Oh, I'm getting hit. Oh, I fucked that up big time. Yeah, they pick you pretty fast. Yep. Gone. Alright. Oh, geez. My deck is a mess right now. Get that out of here. Just hooked up with Togzilla. Right in the lip. Perfect hook job. Come on out. There we go. And look at those. I want him to open his mouth. He's got some nasty chompers. Let me see, bud. Oh, yeah. Look at those pearly whites. Good fish. Gonna let him go. See you, bud. Well, if you're one of the few people that have made it to the end of this video, let me just start off by saying thank you for watching. I know I don't have a crazy big following, but for those who do watch, I do really appreciate it, so thank you. As you can tell, today was not a very productive trip. I did a lot of fishing and did not catch that many fish. And you know what? That's alright. It happens. If this was 4 or 5 years ago, I probably would have been pretty frustrated with putting that much effort in for really not that great of a result. But as I've matured as a fisherman, and I guess as a person too, it's kind of important to take a step back and realize why you're out there. Yes, you are trying to catch fish, but it's also important to realize all the beautiful aspects that go into fishing that make it such a great and addicting hobby. From the sunrise this morning, to the glass calm seas I got to kayak out to the new island I got to visit, and all the inhabitants on there I got to interact with. I had one of the most fun trips I've had all season. And honestly, catching those blackfish was just icing on the cake. And it's easy for hunters and fishermen to lose sight of why we're out there when things don't go our way. So it's important to take a step back and appreciate the art of hunting and the art of fishing, and not just the end result of catching or killing your target animal. So if you're getting frustrated with a bad fishing trip or a bad hunt, just try and take a step back and appreciate the beauty of everything out there, and not the fact that things didn't quite go the way you thought they would.